Welcome, friends. Today I'm going to teach you Woodchuck Chuck, a three-part speech piece by Grace Nash that also has body percussion accompaniment. I typically do this with my third graders and up, and I got this idea from the Silver Burdette Making Music series. So let's begin with the body percussion. If we were together, we would be doing stepping and clapping, 2 levels, but I can only see you and you can only see me from the waist up in this environment. So let's do patting and clapping. I'm going to repeat the pattern 2 times. Here we go. Now you'll notice that the thing that makes it a pattern, the fact that there's a change, comes right at the end, which is very convenient because it's a way of, in addition to making it an ostinato, is also a way of signaling, hey, go back to the beginning. So we'll call those 2 claps the turnaround. Speech part number 1, I'm going to do the body percussion twice and do the speech part. You see the words right there. I'm going to speak it over the top of that. What I want you to do is try it with me, but also pay attention to which words line up with the claps. Here we go. Woodchuck chuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck woodchuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck woodchuck, woodchuck chuck. Okay. So if you're watching, you notice that the chuck, the second chuck, lined up with the claps, except on the turnaround where it was chuck chuck. There was also a could in there because nothing's ever perfect, but you get the idea there. The reason that's important is as you're speaking the piece and doing the claps, that's how you're going to keep things in alignment. Try it once with me. I'll do the same thing. 2 times of the speech, 2 times with the body percussion rather, and then 2 times with the speech on top. Here we go. Woodchuck chuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck woodchuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck chuck, woodchuck woodchuck, woodchuck chuck. How'd you do? All right, well, let's move on to speech piece number 2. Same thing, same drill. 2 times body percussion, 2 times with the speech. There are the words, the new words for speech number 2. And I want you to pay attention to which words align with the claps. Here we go. Wood, chuck, could, chuck, wood, chuck, could. Wood, chuck, could, chuck, wood, chuck, could. If you were very observant, you noticed that it was none of the words line up with the claps. And that's important because this is an opportunity for us to address this notion of the space between the notes, including the extended spaces, also known as rests. So that's going to be important because you have to account for every beat, even if it's a silent beat. Okay. If you want to practice this one, you can roll back the tape, but I need to move on. So let's take a look at speech number 3. Now for speech 3, I'm going to ask you to pay attention to where the pats line up. The reason being that this is the part that's taken from the tongue twister, the part that goes, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's a little bit harder to say, okay? And so what you want to do is to keep the propulsion moving around is really concentrate on lining up the downbeats. And in the body percussion, the downbeats are here. So let's take a look at that. I'll say it, same thing, 2 times, then 2 times with the speech. I want you to pay attention to which words line up with the pats this time. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Were you paying attention? You notice that it was the how and then all the rest of them were woods, right? Okay. So let's try this all together. And I realize you're going to have to roll this back and look at it to get good at it. But let's take a look at what the composite effect is. Right now, I'm going to hang around and I'm going to keep the body percussion going, all right? And so I'll remain on the scene, but you're going to hear a professional children's group do this piece in exactly the way we've been doing it. So it'll be 2 times body percussion, 2 times body percussion plus voice 1, etc. After all the groups are going, we will then exit the same way. So the group voice 3 will leave first, then voice 2, then voice 1, leaving us just with the body percussion. You ready to try it?
Cha-cha.